In this video, we're going to explore AutoCAD 2015's user interface. Remember that this is just an overview of the AutoCAD screen to get you familiar with the program layout. More details will be reviewed in later videos. When the program is launched, it starts in the AutoCAD dashboard under the New tab. The dashboard allows you to start new drawings, open files, load recent documents, and connect with Autodesk 360, which is an online service that you need to sign up for. So what we're going to do first is start a new drawing. To do that, we click on the templates area, and there's two templates we make use of: ACAD DWT and ACAD ISO DWT. ACAD DWT is for feet and inches, imperial drawings. ACAD ISO is metric or millimeter drawings. We're going to do most of our drawings using ACAD. Left click on ACAD DWT. The drawing loads. Now we'll review the screen area. At the top corner here, we have the application menu. If you click on it, you'll see that we have things like New, Open, Save, and at the bottom here, Options. Click on Options, and under Display tab and under Color Scheme, you can see it set to light. Yours might be set to dark. It all depends on what your preference is. We use light. So if you want to use the light one, change it at this location, or if you want to switch to the dark one, you can change that. We're going to click on OK. Next to the application menu is the Quick Access toolbar. You'll see that, again, some commands are repeated that are used often: New, Open, Save, Save As, Plot a Drawing, and so on. Farther over here, we have the Info Center that allows you to get help. In this box, you can type in a word or a phrase. Farther over, we have the Help. Once you pick on this, you'll display a help screen that you can search in. Below that, we have what's called the ribbon. The ribbon contains most of the commands that you're going to be using. The ribbon is divided up into tabs, panels inside tabs, and tools inside the panels. Below that is our drawing area. As mentioned before, we have tabs, and as you have more drawings open, you can have more than one open at a time. They'll be listed along the top. The drawing area is basically set up in a Cartesian coordinate system, which that means is that we have an x-axis running horizontally and the y-axis running vertically, and we specify geometry based on those coordinates from those locations. The bottom corner is our 0, 0 location, and you can see that there is an icon here. This is called the User Coordinate System icon, or UCS icon. In the upper corner, we have the View Cube for manipulation of 3D models, which we really don't need at this point. And below that, we have the navigation bar that gives you things like panning, zoom extents, and 3D manipulation. In the far corner, we have viewing commands. Click on the minus sign, and let's turn off the View Cube. Below the drawing screen, we have the command line. The command line lists what commands are active and gives you information as you enter the command itself. So if you're drawing a line, it would tell you the start point or the end point. Below that, we have our status bar, and here we have a model tab, which is basically this screen here, which we're drawing on. We have a layout tab, and this would be your paper layout when you want to lay out for your various objects on your sheet of paper. I'm going to switch back to model. And as we continue along, this is the various toggles and coordinate readouts that are on the status bar. Now, yours may not show the drawing coordinates. If they don't, go to the very end, click on Customization, and you'll see a variety of toggles and information that can be displayed on the status bar. And at the top, we have coordinates. If I was to click on it, coordinates would go off. If I click on it again, coordinates come on. So let's just right click in the command line area just to close that. Now let's review a few of these buttons. So, display grid. Basically, you can see that there's a grid on the screen and you can turn it on and off by left clicking on this tool or button. Off, gray, on, blue. The next one is our snap mode. The snap mode controls the cursor movement. As you can see, the cursor is moving into 4 decimal places. If you turn on snap and go up to draw a line, you'll see that it's going every ½ an inch. And we can set that, which we'll talk about later. Hit escape. Next to that, we have dynamic input. Dynamic input is when there is a readout at the cursor. Now, again, your status bar may not have that visible. To make it visible, go under Customization and click on Dynamic Input. Now, we're going to turn it off first just to show you what happens. Now, we're going to turn it back on again. So you'll want that on. When we go to draw a line, again, you can see the readout at the cursor. That's our dynamic input. And we're going to talk about that a little later. How do we make use of that? So just hit escape again to get out of there. A few other ones where we'll look at. Ortho mode. Ortho mode is keeping your lines drawn straight or horizontal or vertical. Polar is used to draw angles. So the idea is that if you have a specific angle to draw at, 45 degrees, 30 degrees, it will control the cursor so that it goes at that particular angle. Snap reference lines, we want to have this on and you'll see how that applies later on. Object snap, this causes your cursor to snap onto objects such as endpoint. If we click on the down arrow, you can see that there is a few on. And again, we'll talk a little bit more about that, but at least you can see that they are on. And we won't worry about the rest at this point. So keep an eye on the toggles. Note that you're in model space. So that completes the beginner's tour of the AutoCAD user interface. Remember, it is just an introduction to what is available with this software. You will learn more details as you progress through the videos. It's time for you to review the interface. I would suggest journaling in point form the key elements in the video. The act of writing the information will help you commit the procedures to memory. At this point, you should play around with the software testing tools and see what happens. You can't hurt anything, but you can get comfortable with the interface.